copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976 allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticisms, comments. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Kai, Dragon Ball Xenoverse, Dragon Ball Online, and all other character names, logos, and distinctive likeness thereof are trademarks of Akira Toriyama, Toei Animation, Bird Studio, Shueisha, Funimation, Viz Media, Group AB, Glenat, Namco Bandai, Atari, and other respective license holders unmentioned. This video was not prepared, licensed, or endorsed by any entity involved in creating or producing the Dragon Ball series. It is an independent, unofficial work made by a fan, for fans, that has no connection to the official license holder and is created within fair use guidelines. Please enjoy the video.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be continuing the next part of What If the Brolys Were Twins? I know that the gap was even longer between this one and the last, but you can thank the fake Toei for that. Anyways, after the long break, we're finally going to be getting back into it. If you guys missed the last part, or just need a refresher since it's been so long, then make sure you click the link up above, check it out. Or check out the playlist on this series, if you just forgot everything about it. With that, I'd like to give a huge shout out to all of my amazing patrons who've been helping to support me, and helping to keep this channel going. Anyways, with all that out of the way, let's get right back into this video. Broly has disappeared. Not exactly in exile or anything, but he's just off on his own. Goku and the others don't go after him, as they understand the pain he is currently feeling. Losing your father and your brother so close to one another, twice for that matter, will do a lot on a person. Broly has been training by himself in the mountains close to where his family is buried, trying to become stronger on his own. That way he can protect what remains of his family, so he doesn't have to bury anybody else for good. While he's here training, a car pulls up, and a random guy comes out to tell Broly that they made an amazing discovery in technology. And as a champion of this planet, they think he'd like to have a look at it. Broly couldn't care less and tells the man to leave him be, and show the technology to somebody else. The man laughs, saying this technology can't be shown to anybody else, since nobody else would believe it. They found a warrior that seems to look just like himself, and might be even stronger. Broly gasps, somebody who looks like him and is just as strong? No, that can't be. His brother is dead for good. He knows that. How is... He tells the man that he'll go along with him, but if he's lying, he won't be happy. The man tells him he's telling the truth, then he takes Broly away to his palace. At Jaguar's palace, Broly is introduced to the BioWarriors, and the amazing cloning technology that has been created. You see, in the original Bioburley movie, Jaguar created the BioWarriors to prove to the world that Mr. Satan was a fraud, and couldn't actually defeat Cell. But here, the whole world has seen Broly save it twice. Once with Cell, and once with Boo. Now Jaguar just wants to defeat Broly himself, and prove to the world that his BioWarriors can be stronger than the strongest man alive. Jaguar managed to get the DNA of Z Broly from where he was destroyed, and harness that into making BioBroly. Broly can't believe his eyes. They cloned his brother? He may not be the smartest man, but he knows cloning is copying completely. So they basically revived his brother? Jaguar goes to unleash BioBroly on Broly, but he's not having any of that, and flies around to knock everybody in the room out cold. The BioWarriors try to stop Broly, but of course they can't do anything to him. With everybody knocked out, Broly flies over to examine the clone of his brother. It looks just like him, though he is still sleeping. This is some amazing technology. Maybe he can make it even better. Broly quickly flies off to Capsule Corp and tells Bulma that he needs her to come with him right away. Bulma's confused but doesn't really have any time to accept, as Broly takes her anyways and brings her to Jaguar's castle. Once there, Broly shows her the clone of his brother and asks if she can do anything to make this version of his brother better, and not as evil as he was before. Bulma says that she may be able to do that, but she can't do it from here, and she would have to take the clone back to her lab very carefully as to not wake him up. With Bulma's instructions, Broly is able to take the clone's pod out and bring it back to Capsule Corp. Word gets out about the clone to the Z-Fighters, and they all arrive on the scene to talk to Broly and be there hoping that the clone wakes up okay. Bulma and her father work on reprogramming the clone to have more of a personality like the one they know. And while it's easier said than done, they basically just give this guy's memory a hard reset, where he doesn't remember much of his past or his power. Once the process is over, Bio is released from his pod, greeted by Broly. Broly smiles, asking his brother if he remembers him. Bio says he doesn't remember anything, and asks Broly who he is. Broly tears up. This brief interaction is the nicest two have ever been to each other, and he gives his brother a big hug, saying that he missed him, that he's glad he's better now. Bio is really confused, and Broly takes him out to see the world and explain to him everything he has forgotten. The Z-Fighters are glad to see Broly so happy, and being able to bond with a brother that doesn't want world domination. After showing him almost everything, Bio says he apologizes for everything that he did before in his previous life. He may technically be a different person, but he knows it was still him. If only their father hadn't done what he did to them, then maybe they would have been closer. But now, they have that second chance, and he's not going to let it go to waste. The two Brolys have been reunited, and are close brothers for the first time in their lives. With the happy reunion between brothers, life goes back to normal, with a twinge of hope sprinkled in now, with Broly not being as depressed as he once was, now that he has his brother, Bio, with them. Of course, Beer still shows up on the scene looking for the Super Saiyan God, and without a Boo at this party, things don't turn out sideways for anybody. They still are able to get to Dragon Balls to ask about the Super Saiyan God, and with plenty of Saiyans here, the ritual is easy, and Goku still becomes a Super Saiyan God as normal. Since Broly doesn't really want to learn to control another power while he's still trying to grasp what he has now. Battle Gods plays out pretty much exactly the same from there, and Goku and Vegeta go off-world to train with the Whis to get even more powerful. Broly is offered to go tag along, but he wants to still go out to show Bio the world, and spend as much time with him as possible. Luckily, with the two brothers on Earth, they're around for when Frieza makes his inevitable return, and this time, Bio isn't happy. The whole reason the two brothers were torn apart in the first place was because of Frieza. If it wasn't for him, life would have gone perfectly. He wouldn't have died, he wouldn't have had a hatred for his brother and father, everything would be perfect. Bio, for the first time, goes to transform into a Super Saiyan. But it is a very different Super Saiyan than before. The bioenergy that he's infused with can't really handle the transformation of a Super Saiyan, so it has to mutate the whole body to accommodate for that, which turns Bio into Bioburley, the legendary Super Mutant. Now I know that's not why Bioburley looks like that in the Bioburley movie, but I thought this idea was unique for this what if, so please don't complain about specifics in the comments. Anyways, Bioburley launches Frieza, and Frieza's disgusted about the mutant Saiyan coming to fight him. He immediately transforms into his final form and blocks the mutant strikes, getting the bio liquid all over him. This begins to burn Frieza badly, and the liquid begins to melt his skin right off. Seems he'll die if he gets struck by this monster. Frieza flies into the air to shoot multiple death beams at the mutant, but they all go through him. Since his body is basically made up of sludge, it doesn't affect him. Bio moves up to Frieza to attack, and blasts him back towards the ground. Bio kicks Frieza across the face, which burns him greatly. Bio then begins to wail on the burning Frieza, and stomp him into the dirt. Since just touching Bio burns the skin off of you, but you can't imagine the pain Frieza's going through right now. Well, Frieza can't imagine it either, as even though he is very durable, enough to not melt him completely, it isn't a walk in the park. Frieza instantly bursts into his golden form to get the beast off of him, and with this transformation, Frieza is completely healed. He fires a large array of ki at Bio to blow large chunks of sludge away, and try to aim at any vitals he can. Broly, of course, isn't going to let his brother be taken from him a third time, and transforms to his legendary Super Saiyan form to keep Frieza away from his brother. Luckily, Broly in his legendary form is equal to Golden Frieza, which means the other Z-Fighters don't have to worry about Broly being one-shotted, and can deal with the Frieza soldiers on their own. Golden Frieza's biggest defense is his own durable body, which even Bio can't pierce through anymore. The two brothers work together to push Frieza back, and finally get revenge for him for what he did to them in their entire race. Frieza is giving this battle all he's got, but unfortunately for him, so are the brothers. They fight perfectly in sync, like they've been doing this for decades, and through the battle, Broly is able to avoid Bio's sludge so it won't fall on him and burn him during the fight. In fact, he's able to utilize Bio's body to his advantage, by sending air currents through his brother to splash more of the Bio on Frieza to burn him even more. The two brothers get even stronger during this fight, and Frieza, just like in the movie, is losing his strength during the battle. So much so that he reverts back to his final form on the ground. These Broly's aren't the monologue type like Vegeta, however, and go in for the finishing blow together on the Tyrant, finally getting revenge for their father and for their mother. With Frieza defeated, his forces go into panic and try to flee the planet, but the other Z fighters aren't going to let that happen, and the rest of the Frieza force is killed that day along with their master. Right as the last Frieza soldier is killed, Goku and Vegeta arrive on the scene, hearing about what was happening. Bulma smacks them both across the face when they show up, as they're both late as usual. And if it wasn't for Broly and Bio, they'd all be dead. Goku and Vegeta both scream once they see Bio, asking what the hell that thing is. Bio tells Kakarot that that was pretty rude, as he didn't expect something like this to happen to him. Apparently, he can't revert back to his normal self right now, and is going to need some help from Bulma. After Bio returns to his rejuvenation tank, all of the Bio energy reconfigures itself, and Bio returns to his normal self, thanking Bulma for all of her help. He is concerned though. If he ever needs to go into battle again and needs to transform, will he have to go back into that tank every time so he can return to normal? Bulma says that for now, yes, he will have to, as this isn't anything like she's ever seen before. When Bio powers up normally, he doesn't become that monster, but it was only when he tried to become a Super Saiyan that he became one. Maybe to combat that, he just needs to try and get his body accustomed to Super Saiyan again. Try to transform into small bursts to get his body used to a transformation like that, and once he feels himself growing out and becoming Bioburley, stop the transformation and revert back. If he does that enough times to good success, he may be able to get a Super Saiyan form again without becoming the hulking Bio sludge monster. Bio takes Bulma's advice, thanking her again and going off to train with his brother and try and once again master the Super Saiyan form. He doesn't get very far with that training, however, as the Universe 6 tournament is announced, and they are visited to be asked to participate. Broly is raring to fight again, though he hopes that this tournament won't be one like the last one he was in with Cell. Bio would love to as well, as he's never been in a tournament before, and this will be good training if he wants to grow even stronger and gain access to his Super Saiyan form regularly again. The two agree to join, and now they just need one more member. Gohan once again can't go because of yada yada scholar stuff, but luckily Piccolo agrees to join once more, and we now have our full Universe 7 roster. Will this team be any better compared to the original one? Well, you're just gonna have to wait till next time to find out. I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode and like my adaptation of Bioburley. I could have made Bioburley evil and want him to kill his brother and all that, but for once I wanted to give Broly a happy story where he didn't get crapped on in the end, since he deserves some good things happening once in a while. For the next part, we're going to be heading into the Universe 6 vs Universe 7 tournament. And if you want to see that sooner, then make sure to subscribe to this channel and get this video to 700 likes. That way I know you want to see it faster. Thank you all so much for watching, and until we meet again. See you later!